She's good. She's really, really good. We have two moms coming up next, and they really are the epitome of what a mom friendship should be. They're supportive, they're kind, they're just awesome women. And I would like to introduce Erin Meyer and Marti Cooper. Come on up.
Thank you, Beth.
Sorry, very high maintenance. We have a little change going on right now.
Okay. So it's rather hard to go after someone like Nicole. I don't have breast pads in, and although we have some stories to tell you. So I'm Marti Cooper.
I'm Erin Meyer.
And we have been friends for a really long time. And so we decided we would try to tackle this together.
I asked Marti to do a lot of stupid things, and she always said yes. And so here we are.
She's like, you want to do this thing for me? Like, we have to go on stage? And I'm like, sure. Fine.
And then I'm like, Marti, I don't think we should do it. We shouldn't do this. We should really
try to
do
bail.
that. Yeah, I did.
Here we
now
are.
Here we are. Yeah.
Okay, so we met through playing tennis. Erin's husband is the infamous Seth Meyer.
Hey.
Yeah. We're not going to tell any stories about you, don't worry. So we became really good friends through tennis and had a really strong friendship and a strong bond. We also have some other things in common.
Yeah, we have a lot of similarities. We have patient husbands. We have senses of humor that we think are hilarious.
Yeah, people at the tennis group that we have on Thursday nights, and some of you are out there, I think, they actually hate us. because we get together and we're really loud, and the thing is, Seth encourages it, so it's really obnoxious.
Yeah. But then we also discovered that we have the same thyroid disease, and so we both have Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and it has such lovely side effects as hair loss, dry skin,
Waking,
low
energy,
foggy brain,
achy joints,
and
general grumpiness,
and infertility.
Yeah, infertility is the big one. So that's sort of where we're going to focus tonight. So my husband and I moved here in August of '99 from the DC area, and we kind of just wanted to get out of the whole rat race. Wanted to raise a family in a place that would be good to raise a family. So after about 2 years of being here, we decided it was time to start to try for that. And right out of the gates, bam, pregnant, first kid, done. So good news, right? We're going along with our merry little plan, and about 2 years later, we decided, okay, it's time to try kid number 2. Again, bam, right out of the gates, pregnant, here we go. That one, however, did not work out as planned. Unfortunately, there was a miscarriage, and that kind of set us back a bit. So we waited about another year, and then said, okay, time to start trying again. 2 years of trying, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So around the same time, so Seth and I were in Oregon for a number of years, and living there, you're in the mecca of naturopaths and alternative medicines, and so having hipsters and the Venn diagram that crosses and they're all there together. And so there were many options for health there, and then we moved here, and there are no doctor's offices that are accepting new patients. It was like, oh, all right.
Change.
And so about this time, we moved back to Maine because we decided we wanted to be closer to family because we wanted to start our own family. And, sex ed kind of sets you up to assume that as soon as you go off of the pill or anything like, you're pregnant. Like
you spend your teens and your 20s
avoiding it as much as possible.
Oh my God, thank God I got my period. Who hasn't experienced
and
that?
I'm going to save so much money.
Oh, really? Yeah. None of those stupid pee kits and all that. Whatever.
Anyway, So we found ourselves in a similar situation that it was taking longer than we had assumed, but it's not something that anyone really talks about.
So she's trying to get pregnant, I'm trying to get pregnant.
But we don't know.
Nobody talks about these things.
No.
We're in a generation, I think, where our parents, my mom was 24 when she had me. You know, a lot of people delayed having babies, and so it was kind of a generational thing, I think. But we weren't talking about it, but I was going through a bunch of stuff to try to get pregnant. I mean, acupuncture, books, online research, going down to a different doctor in Scarborough who specialized in fertility. Sending my husband's pen bay to get that sperm test.
They love that.
Yeah, well, he was like, comes back, no problem. He's like, I knew it wasn't me. No, honey, I knew it wasn't you, but the doctor said you had to do it. That was the worst experience of my life. And that was the beginning. So,
I mean, it's just not really like a fun, sexy, alluring process.
Anyone who thinks trying to have a baby is fun.
Oh, like my husband would love it? No, they don't. No, they won't love it. You become a science experiment. You're like, all right.
So you're like, okay, honey, check the basal temp.
Yeah, my temperature just recorded it. Cervical mucus is looking good.
Let's go. Now,
let's do this. Like, I gotta put my legs up against the wall after it. So let's
do this. And your husband's like, oh, hell no. He's like, I gotta go cut some wood. Like, exactly. So,
well, your husband does.
Yeah. So, my husband cuts wood for your husband. It's true, son. It's true. But it's so unsexy. And I mean, you would think they'd be like, yeah. Like, we told this story, and some of our girlfriends were like, are you kidding? My husband would be all over that.
No.
No. As soon as you start getting serious, they're like, I have to perform when and where.
You have 5 minutes.
So we kept going through this infertility crap. You know, I'm taking Clomid, so I'm still my normal, sane, non-hormonal self. Trying to come on, this is when we gotta do it. And IUI, that was another fun thing. So finally we did IVF. We pulled the trigger on that because I'm 40. And that was another fun experience. They pump you, you pump yourself full of all these hormones, which puts your body into uber drive in terms of making eggs. And then they tell you, you gotta come back and they're going to harvest the eggs. Like you're some sort of, you know.
Again, the grand experiment. I mean, it's
like
just
field of poppies. So, you know, that's another fun. In the meantime, your husband's just like, okay, you gotta come with me so you can do your part. Again, yes, again. So that was fun. And so then you get to the point where they're harvesting your eggs, and they have these things called HIPAA, high implant potential embryos, okay? So again, I heard that, that's what that means. They put 5 back into me, and I agreed to this. And then I made the mistake of calling my mother, who said, you're having a test tube baby? She said, what were you thinking? You're gonna have 3 or 4. And I'm like, oh God. So stress to the nines, what was I thinking? Letting this doctor put 5 HIPAA embryos. No, didn't get pregnant. So, second round, 5 again. This time I'm like, it's gonna happen. And if you met my 11-year-old who ended up coming out of that, you would know why he was the only one who made it to the end. He was spaz. I literally had a hole in my abdominal wall from where he kicked me for 8 months. No joke. So, yes, we finally got our second baby, and he's kept us on our toes ever since. But in the meantime, you're still trying.
Yeah, so we find ourselves again watching a tennis match, and you came to visit. So you brought this lovely, beautiful infant. And so this is now, you know, I'm hearing friends say that they're pregnant. I'm like, oh, that's great. I'm really
seeing pregnant people and babies.
You know, and then it's like, no, okay, I don't even want to hear it anymore. You start to get pissed. And then I hold your beautiful infant, and I just sob. I mean, lose it. It was...
All of a sudden, she's like,
I know, Marti's like, oh my God, Marti, give me the baby, give me the baby.
I did not. like, oh my God.
I have just
Like,
been
you
through
an
this.
IVF baby.
Yeah.
Like, and then that wasn't a secret. It's not like I wasn't telling people, but.
It just, again, wasn't really spoken about.
Yeah.
So then, you know, Marti's consoling me, and she's wonderful, and she's lovely. The next day, it might have been an hour, maybe, after this conversation,
No.
she shows up with this box of, like, her fertility goodness. Like, everything in this
I went
gigantic
home and
box.
I'm like throwing things in
I've
the box.
got ovulation kits, I've got temperature charts, I had books. Oh, there was a book called How to Eat for Your Blood Type.
I never read. I don't even know how it got in there. I probably just didn't want it.
The spine was perfect. I cracked it. Yeah. And I've been a vegetarian since I was 15 years old. And so I find my blood type, and it says I should be eating things like sweetbreads, organ meats, tongue. And I'm like, oh my God, she's never gonna get pregnant. I won't do it.
Yeah, but you did.
But I did. So I was, you know, starting to be suggested that I do the hormone route. And so I thought, before I go down that road, I'm going to try acupuncture. So I went to see a woman in Rockland, and within a month, I was pregnant after doing the acupuncture.
And I knew you would be.
But just to have...
Because that's what I kept saying.
Yeah.
Like, you'll get pregnant.
I know, and yeah, I believed it from you, and Seth was saying the same thing, and I was like, shut up! Yeah, I'll hear it from Marti.
Just talk to Al, because you didn't have to go through nearly. After our second round of IVF down in Boston, he literally was like, I'll be back in an hour, I'm going to buy a tractor. I'm like, he's like, and it's going to be a front loader. I'm like, fine. I'm like, you're such a weirdo. Like, I get over it. Like, you can back me up more than one day. So, whatever. I mean, that's just one of the stories. I can't tell a lot of them. I'd be in divorce court. Pretty much, right? Yeah, I would. So, but it was great to be able to at least give my experience to one of my best friends and help her through a time when I knew, I just knew, Erin.
I needed you.
I
needed you, and I needed you tonight too. And you always show up for me, 100%. And I love you. I love you.
By the way, I just have to leave with this.
Oh, yes.
Michelle and Barack Obama, both of their daughters are IVF girls. Did anyone know that? If you read her book, that's how I found out. Just read it. They're both IVF girls. Who knew?
Yeah. Everyone knows.